I'm Shaista Khan, and I'm dealing now with the Indian Penal Code and with the introduction and from section 1 to section 5, chapter 1. So, what is Indian Penal Code? So, Indian Penal Code, priorly in an uncivilized society, no person was said to be saved from the attacks of his persons or property by any other person. The person attacked either succumbed or overpowered his opponent. A tooth for a tooth, an eye for an eye, a life for life was the rule of law. With the advancement of the time, injured person agreed to accept compensation. Instead of killing his adversary for a long time, the function of settling of the term remained with the parties themselves, and but gradually the function came to be performed by the state. In 1834, the first power and rules of the existing court, as well as the uh, law commission, the Indian Law Commission, was constituted to investigate into the jurisdiction and rules performed. Powers exist in the court, as well as the police establishment into the rules in operation in British India. The Indian Penal Code was drafted and submitted to the Governor General of India in the Council in 1837. It was circulated and appointed to review the code. This commission submitted its report in two parts, one in 1846, another in 1847. Then the Indian Penal Code Bill was passed by the Legislative Council, and it received the assent of the Governor General on 6th of October 1860. It came into statute book as Indian Penal Code. Indian Penal Code is the official criminal code of the Republic of India. So basically, Indian Criminal Code is the criminal aspect, dealing only criminal aspect. It is complete code intended to cover all aspects of criminal law. It came into existence in 1862 in all British presidencies. So first draft of the Indian Penal Code was prepared by the first Law Commission chaired by Thomas Babington Macaulay. The code came into force on January 1st, 1860 after undergoing the Ban's Peacock. The Indian Penal Code in its basic structure is a document that consists of all the punishments and cases commits any kind of crime is to be held liable and charged with. Military or armed forces crimes cannot be charged on the basis of Indian Penal Code. They have their different list of laws. Indian Penal Code is the main criminal code of India. The total number of sections enumerated in the Indian Penal Code are 511, and there are 23 chapters. So what is chapter 1? States there are 5 sections. Chapter 1, there are 5 sections. Section 1 states that title and extent of operation of the code. This act shall be called the Indian Penal Code and shall extend to whole of India. So this act extends to whole of India basically. And second point, it states that section 2, punishment of offence committed within India. So whatever the punishments that are committed in India, whatever the crimes committed in India, that so they are punishable. Those persons are liable. Every person shall be liable to punishment under this code, and not otherwise, for every act or omission contrary to the provision thereof, of which he shall be guilty within India. Section 3 states that punishment of offence committed beyond, but which by the law may be tried within India. So what it states beyond? Beyond, that means out of India. So any person liable by any Indian law to be tried for an offence committed beyond India shall be dealt with according to the provision of this code, for any act had been committed beyond India in the same manner as if such act had been committed within India. So Section 4 states that extension of code to extraterritorial offenses. So what section 4 states? So there are provisions of this code that apply also to any offense committed by whom? Offense committed by whom? Number 1, any citizen of India in any place without and beyond India. Next, any person on any ship or aircraft registered in India, wherever it may be. Number 3, any person in any place without and beyond India committing offense targeting computer resources located in India. Clause A states that what is an offense? Offense, every act committed outside India, if committed in India, which if committed in India would be punishable under this code. Clause B, what mean of computer resource, that the meaning that is assigned in clause K of subsection 1 of section 2 of Information Technology Act. So good exam, one illustration is mentioned regarding this section 4, that A, who is a citizen of India, commit a murder in Uganda, he can be tried and convicted of murder in any place in India in which he may be found. So whether that person, whatever the crime regarding murder that is committed by a person in Uganda, so if he is found in India, he is liable for punishment and he is liable for conviction. Section 5 states that certain laws not to be affected by this act. Nothing in this act shall affect the provision of any act for punishing mutiny and desertion of officers, soldiers, sailors, airmen in any service of the government of India or provision of special or local law. So by this, chapter 1 is completed from section 1 to section 5, and I stated before introduction chapter 1, and chapter 1 consists of section 1 to section 5. So thank you so much. Kindly subscribe my channel. Thank you so much.